I'm here to talk about this ship, Titanic. For this shows what my life used to be. I used to be an idolater. I used to have all the women that I wanted. I used to just go about being such a perverse guy. And I lied with such a serious face that no one could tell that I was lying. No one can tell all the things I did. People thought I was the most innocent guy when I was so deeply engraved in the sins of pornography, of being a pathological liar. It was just foreign for me to tell the truth often. And I didn't know it until I started going to a congregation, Beth Shalom. I started to understand a few things. I started to understand that lying was what we call sin, and that the wages of sin was death. Before I received Yeshua into my life, I started thinking logically that a lot of the things I was doing was just wrong. But see, me being a youth, I had this certain macho to me. I felt like I was strong, so nothing was gonna happen. You know, that whole ideology of, oh, we're young. Since we're young, we could get away with stuff, you know. We're promised tomorrow, we're promised next week, we're gonna just have fun. But if you look at the word, you get to realize more that you're not promised tomorrow, you're not even promised the next 30 minutes. And me, realizing that I was in this ship sinking, I realized that, wait a minute, without the conductor in my life, I was going to hit an iceberg, and I wasn't going to get up. I wasn't going to be able to outfight that blow that the iceberg would hit at my ship. I needed to surrender to a greater being. I needed to surrender to the Most High God, which is what I was called to do, so my ship won't hit an iceberg. Because since I took me off the throne of my heart and gave God the steering wheel, I don't have to worry about an iceberg, but am welcomed into the kingdom of God. Yet most of this generation, and many of you today, are sinking, a sinking ship. You know that what you're doing is wrong. You know that what you're doing is not just unholy, but just unrespectable at times. You know that the drinking is leaving you in despair. You know that the sex is grieving you. You know that the drugs are making you fail your classes. You know these things are wrong, and you are not doing anything about it. You, my friend, are the ship that's about to sink. You're not promised the next moment. You're not promised tomorrow. What you are promised is here and now. If you can submit to the Most High God, Yeshua, if you can submit to Him, ask Him into your heart and trust Him. What happened to the Titanic? The thousands of people that died in their pride and are in the lake and came from drowning in an ocean to a different type of ocean, an ocean of fire and brimstone for eternity. Your ship won't hit an iceberg. Amen.